Yeah, so for I think like a lot of folks probably in this movement, it was around a court case, a personal court case of mine, and I can talk a few details and specifics of that. But it was the idea. I mean, I've been in and out of courts for 6 years now. My daughter is 6 years old, and that's how long I've been dealing with this, and still in an active open custody case also. But the most recent the most recent filing basically was I got served with asking for more asking for more child support money and a few other things in the face of me having consistently over the last 6 years been asking for more time. I've got the standard Friday night special, as the old New York lawyers used to call it, right? I've got every other weekend from Friday night at 6 p.m. to Sunday night at 6 p.m. And then on a good week, I'll get like a 3 hour weekday dinner, a weekday visit, right? So I've got the good old Friday night special, but that's like, I know I need to be involved. I want to be more involved, and like I said, I got hit with some of those papers from this most recent custody case, and I'm like, there's been 6 years of asking for more time with my daughter. Now mom is coming back and asking for more child support money. Like, there's got to be something that we can do about that. Like, this just doesn't seem right, right? Like, this can't be the end result of what is best, because that phrase best interest of the child is get used all throughout the law, all throughout these court documents. I'm like, this can't actually be what's in the best interest of the child, right? And then I start doing some research, I start reading, looking at actual studies, and sure enough, it's not. But just a lot of laws around the country haven't caught up to what's actually in the best interest of the child.
Absolutely. And your fight's in Georgia. So I got a friend. I'm stationed in South Georgia. I live in Florida though. I've got
Okay.
a friend in South Georgia that wasn't married, had a child. And when he was talking to me about his case, he said that Georgia, if you're children out of wedlock, good luck. He said the judges don't care. The Georgia laws don't protect you at all. So the
So
shared
so
parenting's out the window.
No, so funny enough about that. I know this. This probably. I don't know if this was on your agenda for us to talk about, but the Georgia legislature right now is they have a study committee. Oh, what is it? It's a House study committee on legitimation. They've had like three or four public meetings, and they are. It's a little bit of a funny backstory. I'll try to make it short, but I think it started with them trying to analyze the court fees that are involved in the legitimation process, right? Like, there's a $200 filing fee. There's a couple other legal documents that you have to pay money for, right? And so the question was being asked, like, is like these court fees, this $200 filing fee, this kind of stuff, is this the barrier in Georgia to fathers being involved? And the kids like let's study this, let's figure out what's going on. Maybe, like, do we waive this $200? Do we change the process a little bit? What's going on? And so I think over the course of, they've been doing this study committee for about 6 months now. Over the course of these 6 months, like I said, they've had a few public meetings, and then they're going to have their own private, like, research meetings and whatever. They, I think these legislators, who probably a lot of them were very unfamiliar with what this process actually looks like, they realized that in Georgia, you can, as a father, you can be on the birth certificate, you can establish paternity through DNA, you can be in the hospital when the baby is born, you can actually be living with the mother from before birth to after birth. I mean, you can do all of those things, but if you haven't gone through this legal process of legitimation, like establishing your
Mm.
right to the child, then yeah, it's exactly like you said, right? Like, you have no rights to that child. And then what's more, this is where the shared parenting part comes in. Let's say that you do all of that. And some of these public comments that they've been getting from folks, there was one of the guys who spoke at the last one is actually a PGA Tour professional, and he said he's been going through this for, I think, 2 or 3 years, spent thousands of dollars. Let's say even after that 3 year long process, you finalize the legitimation. Well, now you're stuck with a custody court schedule, which in Georgia is going to get you every other weekend, right? So even after that
Yeah.
3 year fight for legitimation and thousands of dollars, at the end of that, these children still don't have any meaningful access with their fathers. So yeah, no, like I mean, like I said, I know that that may not have been on your agenda today, but the Georgia legislature actually is finally looking into that. I don't know what the outcome of that is going to be, how promising it is, but it is. I mean, they have been having meetings, and there is a little bit of movement on that right now.